Okay, so we're trying to find the displacement and the total distance traveled for cosine in meters per second on the interval from 0 to 4 pi. So first what I want to do is show you the picture so you can kind of get an idea for what's going on here. So this is cosine from 0 to 4 pi, and notice how the so to find the displacement, first what we would do is find the area above the x-axis, and that would count as positive area. So this would be like, for example, this is a rabbit. This would be the rabbit going away from his starting point, or to the right. And then the area underneath the x-axis would be the rabbit going in the opposite direction, so like to the left. So for example, coyote's chasing the rabbit, and the rabbit is going to the right, and then he scoots back to the left, and then it goes back to the right. So he's trying to fake him out. So I don't know if the coyote caught the rabbit, but you might notice that the area above the x-axis and the area below the x-axis, it looks to be about the same amount. And so we would expect the displacement to be equal to 0. Okay, so now let's actually find it. To find the displacement, we're going to do the integral from 0 to 4 pi of the function, which is cosine of t dt. And so we can use the fundamental theorem of calculus. So the antiderivative of cosine is positive sine, and this is going to be evaluated from 0 to 4 pi. Okay, so this is equal to sine of 4 pi minus sine of the bottom, which is 0, and sine of 4 pi is equal to 0. Sine of 0 is 0. So this is equal to 0, which is exactly what we expected, right? So basically what happened is, so imagine this is the starting point, and the rabbit went, so this is basically what happened. You start here, and then the rabbit went to the right for this much, whatever the area underneath the curve from here to here is. And then at exactly that point, the rabbit starts going backwards to the other direction. Now this time he goes to the left. Actually, let me change the color. Let me change the color. Oh. Ooh. I don't like that eraser. Oh. Alright, give me a second. This eraser's too special. Oh my gosh, I erased everything. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to do blue for forward and then red for backward. So basically, or not red, this other weird color that I picked. Okay, so he starts here. Just imagine he starts right here. And he went forward, or to the right, this much. And you can find the exact amount if you just find the area underneath the curve here. And then he turns and he goes the other direction. Oh, I don't even know what color that is. Alright, I'll do this one. Not quite the same. So he goes the other direction, sorry. He goes left. But now notice that there's twice as much here. So he's going to go left twice as far. So around right there. And then you're now basically right here again. And so you're going to go back the other direction, the same amount. And then now you're here. Now you're going to start going left for that same amount. And then you're now here and you're going to start going right, but half of that amount. So that's why you ended up exactly where you started. Does that make sense? Hope so. Okay, so then to find the distance traveled, basically what we're doing is all of this that we're counting as going in the opposite direction here, this guy is basically going to be counted as positive because it counts as positive distance. And that's what we're looking for. What's the total distance that our rabbit traveled? And so what you're doing, I mean, technically what you're supposed to do is find the integral of the absolute value of cosine from 0 to 4 pi. Now, this would involve a significant amount of breaking up. If you notice, you remember you have to break it up each time it goes from positive to negative or negative to positive. So this would have to be broken up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 integrals. But there's really no point in doing that because we know that this one is half of this one, and these three are exactly the same. So why don't we just find the integral of one of these guys. Let's say we'll find the integral of this one, and then we can just find the integral of all the other ones. So this guy, so this spot right here, so notice this is 2 pi, right here is pi, and this guy right here is pi over 2. So if I find the integral from 0 to pi over 2 of cosine, now this isn't the only way to do it, but this is one way. Notice how many chunks of the same size you have. So this is one chunk. So this is 1. This is twice the size. This one's twice the size. This one is twice the size. And this one is the same exact size as this one. So basically, I find this area, it's going to be a positive number. And then I'm going to multiply it by however many I have. So I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces exactly like this one. So the this guy, basically the distance traveled. Sorry. Which is equal to this guy is equal to 8 times this guy. And this would be the easiest way to do it instead of breaking it up into a bunch of different stuff. So let's try that. So this is equal to 8. The antiderivative of cosine again is sine. And we're going to evaluate this guy from 0 to pi over 2. So this is equal to 8 sine of pi over 2 minus 8 sine of 0. This guy is 0. Sine of pi over 2 is 1. So this guy is equal to 8 meters is how far he traveled. And that's it. So basically, this corresponds to, this corresponds to 1 meter. Oh, that's not a good color. Hold on. Okay, let me use this one. This is 1 meter. Then he went back 2 meters, forward 2 meters, back 2 meters, forward 1 meter. That's exactly what we see right here in this little picture. And that's it.